Sir, may I invite Shri Ravi Prakash Gupta, CDO IABF, to say a few words about IABF.
Once again, good afternoon, everyone. It is a time to introduce Sri Ravi Gupta. Sri Ravi Gupta is a ex-general manager of Bank of India, and he is working currently as a corporate development officer with IABF, Mumbai. Sri Gupta has more than 35 years of active experience as a professional banker. He has an exposure in almost all walks of banking space, namely HR, IT, corporate credits, retail and rural banking, international banking, treasury, risk management, and compliance. And he had worked as a manager at various branches in India and also in Singapore branch, where he was in charge of Forex and the treasury accounts, remittance and HR. He worked as a divisional manager mid-corporate vertical of the bank in Eastern India. He was a general manager of Mumbai South Zone, the biggest zone of the bank. As a general manager, he headed business process re-engineering department and thereafter GM of international operations of the bank, overseeing all the foreign branches and the foreign subsidiaries. He also held the position of GM Treasury Operations of the bank, and he was a nominee director of the Bank of Commonwealth the Finance Corporation at Hong Kong and the chairman of BOI AXA Trustee Service Limited. Over to Sri Ravi Gupta to tell about.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon to all of you. And it's really our privilege to be co-host with you for your Platinum Jubilee celebrations, this is the second virtual conference we are holding on a very important topic on FinTech 2.0 that is related to financial inclusion. And my thanks to all of you. I'm thankful to Madura College. Now, as regards Indian Institute of Banking and Finance, we are ISO 9001-2015 certified institutions. My presentation will be related to banking industry as a whole and the current status of the banking industry and where the industry is, how the industry is changing, how banking industry is transforming when banking landscape is changing. We all are discussing here on FinTech, how FinTech are collaborating with the banking industry and what are the further opportunities available. Many times people feel that because of the technology, there will be less vacancies for the students or in the BFSI sector, which is not a fact. So you will see that how this transformation is creating opportunities and how these opportunities require new skills and how IABF can help you to upskill yourself and avail of these opportunities in the changing requirement of banking industry. So somebody said the whole world steps aside for the person who knows where he or she is going. So fact is, unless you know where you are going or you have to go, so that is very important. Now, coming to the banking industry per se, the banking industry is making a sea change during the current time. If you see that banking landscape is changing fast in last few decades. I remember when I joined bank in 1985 and during these 4 decades, that is the time when there were no PCs. And now today we are working on mobile banking. FinTech has come into play in a very greater manner. So digitization has led to the greatest change in the, rather I will say paradigm shift in delivery system in product processes of the bank. Things are changing so fast that the products which were earlier, the banking which was traditional banking was product centric, it has now been the customer centric. So things are changing in this manner, and banks are required to understand customer behavior because it is customer centric. So you should understand what customer want. So for that, the fintech has come into play. Many things have been told in our earlier deliberations or session, that AI, machine learning, blockchain, all these things which are going to discuss in further technical sessions, you will come to know how they are going to impact our banking. So banks are adopting. The transformation is that earlier there were few products. Now banks are going to adopt, or rather they have adopted omni-channel approach for the delivery of the goods and services, or products and services. This huge transformation in banking services is going to take place due to digital technological changes or digital transformation of the banking. So fintechs are becoming an enabler to the banking system. They are disrupting banking, and banks have accepted it. My colleague, Mr. Thiruma, has already told you that how payment and settlement systems are being, or remittances are being taken care of by fintech. Then P2P lending, peer-to-peer lending, crowdfunding, trade finance, insurance, account aggregation, wealth management. All these things are getting a different way of taking it ahead. Earlier time in traditional banking, these things were not there. So that is why I say that the banking landscape is changing, because the preferences of customers are changing. So you have to have a change, and change is the only constant in your life. India is moving towards neo-banking. My colleague has already explained you what is neo-banking. One of the important, I will say, innovation by India to the globe is that is UPI. Many countries are now interested in our UPI system. You know that it is now 24/7, more than 10 crore transactions for the volume of close to 6 lakh crore per day. This is how the transformation is taking place. Now coming to the point that how banks business is expanding, because that gives you an idea that how and in the manner that this transformation will lead to the increase in the opportunities, where the banking is going to go ahead. As the slide shown to you says that India to become third largest banking hub of the globe by 2040. How? Because you know that banks' assets have grown to $2.48 trillion, which is equal to rupees 168 lakh crores. Deposits which were in financial year 2005 at 230 billion. Look at the figure, 230 billion, it has gone up to 2.06 trillion, which is close to 150 lakh crore just in 16 years time. And the credit, aggregate credit has increased to, it has increased from $150 billion to $1.47 trillion. This is the way the technology has changed the banking scenario itself. In our financial inclusion, the reference of Jandan has come. The Jandan account stood at 44 crores with the deposit of rupees 1.50 lakh crore. This is where the government is also focusing. Financial inclusion is the key. Tier 2, Tier 3 segments are going to be more focused by the government. Government is digitalizing all rural areas. So there is a huge scope. Adoption of new banking models, say hybrid model, presently mobile banking, internet banking, and traditional banking, a brick and mortar system. So what is happening because of the changing paradigm shift in the banking. Because of this shift, what banks are doing? Banks are repositioning themselves by better branding, adopting to the improved technology skills. The most important segment is the skill. I will discuss with you subsequently, and the business model. Business model, if you see, from traditional banking to today's banking is totally changed. It is going to be further changed by adoption of AI, machine learning, blockchain technology. You know that because of the fintech, and the Reserve Bank of India has already sensed, many banks have already collaborated with many fintechs. And in order to regulate the products and services in inaugural means address, somebody said that uh, there are a lot of risks. So what RBI did is they have come up with the sandbox, and this sandbox is meant for the testing of the products in terms of regulatory guidelines. So that is the reason India is the most stable economic country, I will say. The financial system is very, very stable in India. If you see worldwide in 2008, when the subprime crisis hit entire world, India was not much affected. Now, in the current budget, uh, government has already declared FM that Reserve Bank of India is going to come up with CBDC, central bank digital currency. So things are going to change in a very bigger way by technological disruption. Therefore, emerging technology is the key driver for the banking. New competitor, apart from the post office bank, you see, WhatsApp have already come up for the payments. They are already using UPI. Then Google has Google Pay. They have also went into the P2P lending platform. They are tying up. So if you look at the market, digital lending platform itself it is expected to reach to $1 trillion in 2023. This is the market for digital lending platform. And fintech market is expected to be $83 billion by 2025. So how to cope up this? Government also says a lot of efforts being made that we need to have a new skill set. We have to upgrade ourselves. We have to upskill ourselves to meet out these challenges. So RBI has started, as I told you, that's regulatory sandbox. Apart from that, they have launched a first global hackathon, that is Harbinger 2021. They already have initiated to engage retail customers for participation in the government securities. So many changes are coming up. Now, PwC has seen that the opportunities in one of their report, they say that India's share in global GDP growth to rise from 2% to 13% by 2050. And India, as I told you earlier, that it is going to be third largest banking sector. Domestic banking assets and profit of 7 emerging markets to exceed by 50% that of G7 countries. India and China will have over 35% of global banking assets by 2050. Approach to digital banking and financial inclusion and similar approach will keep BFSI industry growing. National Skill Development Center has estimated additional 1.6 million workforce, 16 lakh workforce in BFSI sector by 2022. RBI announced, I've already told you that. So this is the total space available to banking industry, BFSI, and it is going to be one of the areas where opportunities are immensely available. Now, if you look at this, you will find that 25 to 30% of BFSI sector goes to banking. Insurance is 5%, and other financial intermediaries are 65 to 70%. This is ICRA report on BFSI. Now coming to the student, they are in the process of thinking, which career do I undertake? For the commerce student, what career do you have? Whether it is BFSI, you can go for chartered accountancy or company secretary. So what I'm going to do, can I really get there? What are the risks if I choose something? Which is the route available? Are my subjects appropriate? We will discuss. I will tell you how IBBF, we can help you in achieving your career goals. Now look at this. Economic Times on 15th February 2022 came up with this article. They say that in 2022, in next 3 years, there will be around 70,000 new jobs in BFSI sector. Entry-level hiring is now close to 20 to 25%. This is where you stand. And BFSI hiring is in past 6 months has risen to 25%. Now, if you look at the one study says, what are the top hirings in BFSI? The top hirings are in branch operations, IT, credit and risk, retail distribution. It is expected that the total workforce by 2023 will be 16.69 lakh, which is at the present level is 13.80 lakh. And which are the emerging vertical because of the fintechs or this new disruptions? That is digital banking, cyber security, data analytics, artificial intelligence, debt resolution and recovery, risk and compliance. So if you look at the career and the career opportunities which you see on the screen, you will find all these things are there, and Indian Institute of Banking Finance is catering to all these segments through our various certification courses. Now, activities in banking function, if you see, sales, marketing, maybe relationship manager, marketing, operation side, transaction process, that is the business operation side. Then risk and compliance, that is a separate segment now. Support function is HR, finance, legal, IT, audit, all these things where you can look at to work as a specialist in these areas. So now question is, why IIBF? What edge we can provide to you? Why should you select us as your learning partner? IIBF, number one, we are the pioneer in the industry for last 92 years. Our governing council is all top leaders from the banking industry, be it private sector, public sector, foreign banks, NBFCs, and also the academicians. So entire thing developed with the focused area, and we keep on updating our course curriculum as per the banking requirement. So Malcolm said that education is the passport to the future, for tomorrow belongs to those who prepare it for today. So you need to prepare yourself today. Now, what are the skills required for career development? All these skills, learning, leadership skills, perseverance, education, all these knowledge, job experience, all these skills you get through Indian Institute of Banking Finance, because banking and finance, we are the leader. It is all devised by the industry leaders and designed by them, keeping in view of the requirements. I will show you, this is Dr. C. Rangarajan, who was one of those, he was the governor of Reserve Bank of India, then economic advisor also, and most importantly, for financial inclusion, he was the committee.
The personnel who are recruited to the banking system come with different backgrounds. Many of them had no exposure to accounting or finance. They have been pure science graduates or pure art graduates. they had to be trained and they had to know what banking is and what finance is and what accounting is. And therefore, this certificate program, which was offered by the Indian Institute of Banking and Finance, was very important.
So this is none less than the governor, ex-governor, former governor of Reserve Bank and a legendary person, Dr. C. Rangarajan. He was telling you about
The person
Indian Institute of Banking and Finance. Look at, we are having close to 10 lakh ordinary members, which is no less number. And every year, almost around 40,000 new members are added. We provide our deliberation learning through remote, physical mode or hybrid mode. All type of courses, diploma, associate exams, blended courses, certificates. We'll look at in my subsequent slides. We provide all courseware, e-learning modules, video lectures, research, seminars. Then again, the training programs for the professionals, that is, it may be open training program or customized or blended. We have our professional development centers at Chennai, Kolkata, New Delhi, and of course in Mumbai to cater to the needs of the banking professionals. This is the range of activities which I've already told you. We not only in just in the academic side, we are in the research side, we are publishing, we are holding seminars, memorial lectures. We also provide consultancy. Then research side, these are the 4 areas where 4 type of research: micro research, like an essay competition; macro research, where universities, colleges, banks can participate. You can also participate in this. This is all coming displayed on our website. Then we have Diamond Jubilee and CH Baba Banking Fellowship and Research Fellowship in Banking Technology with IPRBT. Now, being one of the oldest, many industry leaders in respective field have collaborated with us, like FIDI in foreign exchange, Institute of Company Secretaries of India, FIMIDA for money market, Insolvency and Bankruptcy Board of India for recovery and bankruptcy side. Then we also have international collaboration on risk with GIRP. See, Chartered Banker Institute, they recognize our GIB and CIB means status, which is assessed by us to our existing bankers. Then Institute of Securities and Investment London, they also have collaborated with us. We are also customizing courses for National Banking Institute Nepal, and we are providing some consultancy to Botswana Institute of Bankers by way of moderating their question answer papers. This is the range of courses which we offer, from flagship courses. JIB, CIB is mainly for the bankers. I will show you in my next slide which type of courses you can undertake. And this entire gamut of courses, you will find whatever is required in the present scenario for the industry is available. You will see in next slide. Diploma, 6 diploma, 26 certificates in different fields, from compliance, KYC, ML, different type of courses. Then blended courses where we provide training as well as also the exam. Then management programs, mainly it is for the bankers, that is. But MBA, those is again for those who have completed CIB. They need not appear for the exam. Advanced Management Program, MP, is also for the bankers. You know, Reserve Bank of India has accredited us as one of the training centers for these 5 courses mandated by them for the bankers: credit management, treasury, risk, accounting. These are the courses which you can choose, and this completes the entire thing. You look at IT, we discussed about cyber security, IT security, digital banking, certified information system, and emerging technologies. Now back to general banking side, DBF and BFSI, on which I will deliberate with you on my next slides. and various other diploma, ethics, strategic management, MSME, credit, resolution recovery, international finance, and wealth management. It is another area which is very, very important and asked for. Then the risk, compliance, and audit, as we all discussed. So entire thing is bouquet of courses is available for with you. Upskill yourself along with what you are doing as a commerce graduate or postgraduate. You can undertake initially DBF and BFSI. Both these courses are very, very nicely carved out and looking at the requirement. I'll discuss with you subsequently. I've already told you that we are publishing books. We are having to newsletter, one journal, which is available in PDF format on our website. I suggest you to look at this BankQuest as well as IIBF Vision. You will get a very good idea about the banking scenario. Very nice articles you will find on the very topical issues. Then seminars and lectures we conduct. We generally post that on our YouTube page and Facebook page. Please follow that. You will get to know many new things happening. Recently, we had one program which was for the AMP student, but it is available to everyone on digital side. Mr. Hota, who was ex-chairman of NPCI, was there to deliberate. And various customized certification program we are going to undertake. We have undertaken for many banks. We can undertake for whoever requests us. Training and consultancy research, I've already told you. Then web classes, contact classes, we do have. E-learning modules are very good, which you can avail. It's very cheap, very, very damn cheap. You can avail this. You can go to our website. You can check at the subject updates, mock tests. Mock tests are also available. You can assess your quotient where you are on various, it's freely available. This is the program which we undertake for professional bankers, this advanced management program and our tie-up with IGNO and others. Trainings, I have told you, open program, blended capacity building program. I suggest your teachers or faculty members can also take some of the programs in finance and others to upgrade themselves, to upskill. It's very cheap, it's not very expensive also. In fact, being no profit organization, all our courses ranging from 1,500 to maximum 6,000 or 8,000 rupees. So any one of you can afford. This is hardly anything. It is just like we are recovering the cost. George Bernard Shaw said, life isn't about finding yourself. But what is life? Life is about creating yourself. So how to create yourself? So creating yourself, we suggest close the gap between where you are today and where you want to be. That is how you can create your life. And for that, we have, for you, as I said, we'll be discussing on diploma in banking and finance. We have bouquet of products for you, certifications. Diploma in banking and finance, why I'm suggesting that it gives you the practical aspects, basic banking, on how it is, and also on the aspects of finance. We'll discuss on how, what, why, who, when, who can undertake this, how you can undertake, why you should undertake, because of the geopolitical economic environments are changing, requirements are changing. I've told you, you have to upskill yourself. You need to have extra qualification. I tell you, as general manager or even now, whenever I undertake, I've been called to undertake interviews. What we do, we also look at the extra qualifications a candidate possesses. Suppose if you go for an interview in BFSI sector, you carry these qualifications, and a candidate which is not carrying, you will definitely have an added advantage. That is an edge you carry with undertaking courses from IIBF, whether it is DBF or any other course, wherever. So the objective of this course, DBF, is to provide knowledge in banking, principle and practices and financial systems. It's an gives you an entire understanding about all aspects of the bank. It's a huge, because of the, it is designed based on the current requirement, based on the suggestions made by the HR professionals and practitioners in the industry, and we always keep it updated. We keep on changing as per the requirement of the industry. Who can undertake? Management students, engineering students, students like you who are undertaking graduation or post-graduation. Now we have revised the prospectus, means courses, which will be applicable. Until now, there were 3 courses. Now we have added retail banking and wealth management, keeping in view of the requirement of the industry. As I told you in my opening statement, that the banking is changing, so we need to change ourselves. So course, this will be, the revised syllabus is likely to be started with December 2022. What is the passing criteria? Is passing criteria, you need to attain 50% marks in aggregate and 45% marks minimum in each subject. If you are not able to pass, you will be getting at least 3 more attempts. Courseware, I've already told you, is available: books, e-learning, contact classes, and mock tests. The course delivery is by way of testing and study support, courseware, classes, e-learning. I've told you updates, I have vision, books you can go through. If you wish, you can attend contact classes on payment, web classes, mock test. All these things are available for you. It's a very established course, I tell you. Almost 5,000 to 6,000 candidates every year they undertake this course, even during COVID period. The important thing is this course has been recognized by IBA, and it is now a desirable qualification for recruitment of officers in banking industry. And because once you complete this course, it is, and you join the bank, it is as good as you have completed JIB, Junior Associate of Indian Institute of Banking. So you need not do it again. As I told you, IB has already accepted. The fee, as I told you, is only 3,500. It's a very small amount as comparison to our other peers, because we are no profit organization. You can apply through online. And next program which we have recently launched is BFSI, that is Certified BFSI Professional. It is in collaboration of 2 other industry leaders in securities and insurance. One is NISM and the other is National Insurance Academy. We all 3 are leaders in the industry. NSM is established in 2006, mainly to cater to the capital market, and this is by SEBI they have started. NIA is established in 1980, promoted by public sector insurance companies. Like we are promoted by the banks, and now all the members, they are in the aegis of Ministry of Finance. So basically the idea of these 3 industry leaders in their respective area, if you are interested to decide which particular career do you want to choose, whether it is banking or the capital market or to the insurance, because BFSI, you choose doing Certified BFSI Professional course, and this will give you an edge as comparison to other. You have option to choose any one of the streams. Once you complete the securities market, you can go to the security capital market. There are a lot of opportunities available. If you have completed insurance, you can go to the insurance area. Lot of opportunities also available in entry and mid-level management level. So this course is for those graduate and pursuing graduation, those who are already graduate or those who are pursuing graduation. That is, this is the course for them, for those who are pursuing from the recognized college by the government or UGC. Total 187 hour means 1 hour per day you have to spend. Securities market, there are 55 hours. Banking and finance, you may give 72 hours. Insurance is 60 hours. 3 phases in 9 months it is presently planned, but we may squeeze it to 6 months. We are working on it. Will be come to know. Maximum period is 15 years. BBF is 2 years. This is 15 months. You have to complete the entire thing. The e-learning, video lectures, e-books, contact classes will be available to you. This is the course module. If you see, you will find in 3 phases, entire industry is covered. Whatever is required in the present current scenario or going forward in next another 3, 4, 5 years. Indian economy, financial architecture, ethics, security side is again regulatory ecosystem, introduction to security. All these things are covered. Legal framework, insurance, the entire insurance side, fire, marine, motor, life, all these things, claim, health, capital market side, you see regulatory systems, derivatives, primary market, secondary market, risk, banking side, macroeconomic environment for the banking, introduction, ethics in banking, very essential is ethical banking, digital banking, computerization, cyber security, marketing, accounting, financial management, international banking, legal aspects, risk and treasury. So entire gamut of things you get in one course, which is very rare you will find in the market. And modalities for the pricing presently it is 19,000, but we likely to be reduced. We will come to know shortly through our website. You can register with this link, and once you register, you will be further benefits. I've already told you in a different manner where you can work in BFSI sector, any sector you can choose. This is a real good course, which I believe all of you must do to stand out in your job search. So this is the page, home page. You can go through iibf.org.in. I will suggest you to go through, look at updates. Lot of things are available here. You can go through our journals, our newsletters. Then we have this YouTube page. I suggest all of you to go through. You will get, even faculty members can also go through lot of new things, and things which are old are purely those where there are no changes required in terms of principal practices of banking or law. If changes are not happened, where changes have already been done, we have already updated. Now, again, this is Facebook page. I suggest you to join this because it gives you a lot of insights, new things which are coming up with us, new programs which are coming up. And with this, I end my presentation to you. I wish all of you all success, and thank you very much. Thank you to the management of Madura College for associating with us, and we expect and we are very sure we will have a mutually beneficial collaboration. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. It's a wonderful speech, and your talk enlightened us, sir. You were speaking about the current status of banking and its transformation. We are aware about, we came to aware about these transformations, sir. Thank you very much. And your talk helped us to know about the various career opportunities available in the banking industries. And we also came about to know the various certificate and diploma courses offered by IABF. I assure you, sir, that our students and ourselves will undergo these training programs offered by IABF. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Just a minute, ma'am. Really, ma'am, sir, thank you, sir, for your nice the way in which you have given the avenues. And for your information, we had an MOU with you. And this year, we passed a resolution in our Board of Studies. We are going to introduce the Diploma in Banking and Finance for our students from 2022 to 23 onwards. This is for your information, sir. From your side, we need complete support in this regard. And already our MOU it is to be get forward by March. So we invite you to take part in our MOU in person, either April or May. So according to your convenience, we will complete that process in the next month. So thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Over to the election.
We will definitely be going ahead with the MOU. And further, I suggest in case you need any support or anything where we can support your college in whatever manner, please let us know from academic side or training side, or if you feel that any conceptual clarity is required in any particular aspect, please let us know. We will definitely support your students.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
We
Thank
want
you.
them to be one of the best professionals in the industry. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your effortless support, sir. Thank you very much.